Hi guys, welcome to the another video of Excel tutorial. Today we are going to discuss warehouse slotting and optimization model in the Excel. Here we are going to discuss how we can perform the ABC analysis for the SKUs in the warehouse. We will also be calculating Q per order index, which in turn help us to calculate velocity rank for each SKU. Then what should be the recommended zone for each SKU and what is the priority score in terms of picking. Not only this, we will be able to calculate cost saving when we are going to apply this model. So let's start. So this sheet starts with the guide and overview tab in which we are talking about what are the key terms which are used in this particular sheet. One is the ABC classification. So here we are saying that A SKUs are the one which are top 20% SKUs by pick and are responsible for 80% of the activity. B are the next 30%. C are the till 50%. What is a golden zone? Golden zone is a zone in a warehouse which has a waist height of 3 to 5 feet. It is very closer to the dock and it has minimal travel time. What is Q per order index? So it's a metric which is being used in slotting to identify that which item you need to put closer to the dock or put away from the dock. It is calculated by cubic feet divided by order lines. We are going to discuss how you can calculate in this Excel. Lower the COI, it means this particular SKU pick up more often and it should be closer to the dock. Now the family grouping. It is the identification of the similar SKUs which are generally bought together. Forward pick versus reserve. It is fast mover in the forward pick and replenishment of reserve storage. So let's start. So first step is SKU master. Here you need to list down all of your SKUs in this column. You can also have the product name, which product family they belong to. It helps to identify that these are a similar or a related product. Then you need to write down their length, width and height in terms of inches so that we can calculate the cubic feet of it. Now you also need to write down the weight of each SKU per unit, what is the unit cost and whether this is active or not. And you can have some notes around this, whether let's say this is a specialized material or whatever you want to put against it. Let's move to the second tab where we need to write down the pickup history. So here we are taking the context of each of the SKUs from the earlier tab. And we need to enter pick transaction for each SKU over past 12 months. So here we have month by month breakup of it. After putting these numbers, we need to calculate what is the total pickup lines and what is the average lines per month. These are the key data points which are being used in order to calculate the ABC classification and defining the velocity. Let's move to the zone configuration. So here we are classifying zone in 4 categories. One is A, which is golden zone, B, which is secondary zone, C is a bulk zone, D is the remote zone. Golden zone is the nearest to the dock, which is around 20 feet away from the dock. And it has ergonomic height of feet so that a picker can easily pick it. And here are the capacity. We have also classified the zone as an active picking zone, forward picking zone, reserve storage and deep storage. So we need to write the distance from dock for each of the zone and average pickup height. It is just to identify or maintain the data that what kind of zone these are. Let's perform the ABC analysis. For the ABC analysis, first you need to write down all of your SKUs in this column along with their product name if you want. Then you need to write down all the pickup line for that particular SKU across 12 months. So we are getting this data from pick history tab. After writing these, you need to sort it from largest to the smallest. And then you need to calculate what is the percentage contribution of this particular SKU in that year. For that, we are calculating by this formula. So this particular SKU is contributing 4.2% of the total picks. Now we have a cumulative counter as well, where we are going to check that wherever it is crossing the 80% of the picking, we are moving to the category B. And whenever it is crossing 95%, we are moving or marking it as category C. So this is how you are going to perform the ABC analysis. After getting this ABC analysis, you will be putting cubic feet of each SKU against it. And then you are going to calculate Q per order index. How to calculate it? You just need to divide annual pick lines by cubic feet and you will get the COI number. As I told you, lower the COI means higher the velocity. It means you should assign it to the closer zone. So when you calculate the COI, you need to provide the velocity rank to each SKU, which is this column. Here we are providing velocity to each SKU as per the COI value. After you are done with your COI and velocity rank calculation, there is a particular formula which you need to follow in order to recommend the zone that which SKU should be in which zone. So for that, let me come here. Yeah. So if your SKU is falling under A category and your COI is less than 0.001, then it should be a A zone, which is golden zone. This zone is high velocity and for compact items. Else, if the category is A and COI is not less than 0.001, then it is a zone B. It is high velocity but bulkier items. Else, if the ABC category is B and your COI is less than 0.001, it should be zone B. These items are medium velocity and reasonable size. Else, it will be zone C, where the medium velocity but large cubic feet. Else, if the category is C, then you actually put it to the remote zone, which is low velocity item regardless of their size. So here you must be thinking that how I have come up on this number, which is 0.001. So this is a number which you need to decide as per your experience or your warehouse characteristic. So here you can see that COI threshold selection are configurable based on your warehouse characteristic. If it is a dense pick environment like jewelry and electronics, the lower threshold should be 0.0005. If they are bulky products like furniture appliance, the higher threshold like 0.002 or 0.02. And you need to analyze your COI distribution and set threshold to balance the zone utilization. So now by following the rule, you are able to calculate the recommended zone for your SKUs in the warehouse slotting. Now, what will happen? You will be having multiple SKU in a one zone and they are belong to the same ABC classification as well. Like these two items. Both of them are for A category and then the recommended zone is also A. Then a tiebreaker comes into the picture, which is priority score. So priority score is nothing. It's just you need to divide your annual pick lines by your COI. So you will get a number. So this is a priority score which helps to decide the priority that which one you need to pick first when you are actually going to the picking. You can get all of this information in this particular note where we are defining what is velocity rank, what is ABC class, what is COI, what is priority score and what is recommended zone. Apart from it, I'm also going to add this particular document in the description so that you can get the metric and it's a formula logic. Moving ahead, once you are done with this, there's another tab which is optimal slotting where you are going to discuss that after doing this kind of rearrangement in terms of slotting, how much money you are going to save. So again, you are going to take all the SKUs from the previous sheets, their product name, which class they belong to, how many pick lines per year are there, what is the recommended zone. Then you are going to create a slot ID for each of them. And it is very easy to create. Just use this formula and we are just using a 3 number counter. Now you need to calculate the distance from dock from the previous tabs, which is 20 here. Now you need to calculate the average picks per day. For that, we are using a formula like T4 divided by 250. Then why 250? Because we have pick lines per year. Then we are going to divide it by 250 because in a year, if you remove the weekends and the holidays, the effective working day of any warehouse comes to around 250 days only. So that is why we are using 250 days here. So this will be your average picks per day. If this is your average picks per day, then what will be your daily travel distance in terms of feet? So what we are doing here, average picks per day multiplied by the distance from the dock and multiplied by 2. Why 2? Because it is a to and fro. A picker will come, pick and again go to the dock. If this is your daily travel in terms of feet, then what will be your annual travel in terms of miles? We are going to convert it by using this unit conversion method. Now, after you get the annual travel in terms of miles, you need to calculate the labor hours saved. How you are going to do that? When you are going to calculate the labor hours saved, you need to take an assumption that the worst could have happened that you have slotted all of these SKUs at the worst possible place, which is zone C, that is a remote zone. So if these SKUs are not in remote zone, but they are in some forward zone or a golden zone, then how much time you have saved? Okay, so that is why we are just subtracting the distance from the 100 feet here. Correct? You can see the 100. And why it is 100? Because if you see our zone configuration, the bulk zone is starting from 100 feet. Okay. So we are assuming that, okay, everything was stored in the bulk zone or maybe the remote zone. And once this optimization of slotting is done, we have various SKUs in the forward zone. So how much distance we have saved and how much labor hour we have saved. That is what we are doing here. So this is the distance and then we are multiplying it with the average picks per day and multiplying it by to and fro. That is why it is 2 here and then multiplying it by 250 for the annual conversion. We are dividing it by 3 and then the unit conversion from feet to miles. So why the 3 is here? So the 3 is average speed of picker, which is 3 miles per hour and it is an industry standard. Okay. So once you calculate all of this, you will be able to create this particular labor hour saved. So once you are able to calculate the labor hour saved, you need to calculate how much cost you are saving. So if you go by the industry standard rate, the labor cost for fully loaded labor is $25 per hour. It includes base, wage, plus benefit plus overhead. So if you are going to save this much of labor hour, the total cost saving will be multiplied by 25. So this is how you are going to calculate the cost saving by doing the slot optimization for each SKU. So if you followed the calculation, you must be aware that because we are calculating by taking recommended zone C as a base zone, so wherever we are having C as a recommended zone, you will be having zero saving. And wherever we are having recommended zone as D, here we will be having negative saving. And if you are going to calculate at aggregated level across all SKU, you will be able to see that total saving is around 22,472 and the total labor hour saving is around 899 hours, even after accommodating all of the negative values. So this is how you can calculate cost save by the warehouse slotting optimization. You can also create a dashboard in which you can provide that how many SKUs are there, what is the total annual pick lines, what is the A class pick line, how many SKUs are A class, B class and C class, how many annual labor hours saved, what is the annual cost saving. You can also have the distribution of SKUs by ABC class in terms of count, percentage of SKU, their pick lines, and the percentage of. So if you want this Excel sheet, I will attach it in the description with a very minimal price. This is the unconstrained capacity version of the slotting. So here we have not added any slot use. If you want another version where we have capacity constraint warehouse slot optimization Excel tutorial, kindly comment constraint slotting in the comment box. We will be making it for you. If you like this video, kindly like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.